So, first of all, let me apologize for not reviewing the Da Vinci Code 2 weeks ago when I was supposed to. I've had a ton of tests and stuff coming up, and I've been really busy lately. But I did read this book, and to my surprise, I quite thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I read a really decent book. Well, first of all, I didn't know anything about this book before I read it. I thought it was historical fiction, and I'm not a huge fan of historical fiction, and I thought it was from Da Vinci's perspective, which in my opinion would have been a terrible book. I don't know where I got that notion, I don't know if someone told me that or what, but that was not the case. This book is about Langdon, who is a symbologist, I believe, and a college professor, and he basically becomes intertwined in this murder mystery / religious mystery, and it's quite the adventure. It's very, very similar to National Treasure, or the other way around I should say, since this came first, and this was approximately 60 times better. The best part about it was how extremely intricate the clue system was. It started out in one tiny area being the Louvre, and then all of a sudden Langdon and Sophie were traveling all over the country, all over Europe, to discover the rest of the clues, to find the tomb of Mary Magdalene, or Delaine, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but Mary Magdalene was the Holy Grail itself, and it got into the meaning of that story and the, what was it, the Last Supper, the painting, talking about all these symbols in it, and I couldn't help but look some of the stuff up online as I was reading, and sure enough, these are some real theories, many of which were actually true. So, the one criticism I have about it is that with all these symbols and clues and stuff, you couldn't really figure them out on your own. Like, unless you studied religion, you know, for years and years, and were a historian and all that stuff, you wouldn't have a clue why some of the clues led to what they did. Like, for example, at one point the Fibonacci sequence was mentioned, and I'd heard of it, but seeing the Fibonacci sequence scrambled, I didn't have the slightest clue what they were talking about. The only clue I did figure out was after they'd already mentioned the Fibonacci sequence. That was obviously the number for the case that held the, I forget what it was called, it was this little cylindrical device that contained another cylindrical device that contained a clue to the location of the Holy Grail. But the book was extremely fast-paced. There wasn't a single part that was boring or dry or anything. Even the first chapter, the first couple pages, you were sucked into the story immediately. It didn't tell you very much, but it was just so intriguing you couldn't help but keep reading. The characters were very believable, very realistic, although Langdon could have been a little more exciting, if you ask me. But, you know, he's a college professor, what do you expect? But, I'd say it was probably one of the best books I've read in a long time. Definitely one of the better books I've read this year. And I just hit 30 books total this year as of yesterday. I just finished reading Restaurant at the End of the Universe, which was hilarious. If you haven't read that, or Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, go for it. I would have given this more in-depth review. What I need to start doing is reading the books and then reviewing them the same day. But unfortunately for me, unfortunately for you guys, I'm going to be gone for the next 8.5 weeks. I'm spending the summer up at a lake like I usually do, and then I'm going down to New Jersey. Then I'll be back here, and I've only got 2 weeks between then and school. But, so it's going to be a long time without any book reviews, unfortunately. But it's no reason to stop watching later or unsubscribe now, because I will be back with more videos than ever before. In fact, I'd like to start doing some videos where I actually have a friend over who's read the same book, and we can actually have a little discussion or something. But, that's about it. I highly, highly recommend this book for anyone. It was almost Indiana Jones-esque, almost like a spy book. There's just lots of intrigue, and there was some action, and it was just amazing. So 10 out of 10, I'd say. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching my past few videos. And I'll see you guys in 8.5 weeks.